This is a video on the neutrino electric effect. Neutrinos are cosmic energy particles. They're created by the sun in fusion reactions. Billions of these particles, called neutrinos, pass through every square centimeter of the Earth per second. They are very high energy, but barely interact with matter. They interact only infrequently. There's one example called a charged current interaction, in which they will actually go close to an atomic nucleus and produce an electron. Now, matter, usually thought of as particles, also has a wave component. These de Broglie waves, the wave component of matter, creates an effect in space-time. These waves disturb the local space-time area. So, in an area with a high matter concentration, there are more of these de Broglie waves. Now, as these neutrinos pass from a region of high matter de Broglie waves into a region of low matter waves, it creates a change in the neutrinos. This sometimes causes them to change flavor, for instance, from becoming an electron neutrino into a tau neutrino. As these particles travel through the solar system, they go from the high region of matter, the sun, into the low region, interplanetary space. When they interact, shown here, solar neutrinos leaving the sun from the high density region into the low density interplanetary space, they will encounter dust and hydrogen. Throughout interplanetary space, there is lots of dust and hydrogen that the neutrinos interact with. The neutrinos will ionize these and sometimes give them an electrical charge. The ones that are nearby planetary magnetic fields, these charged particles are then accelerated by the magnetic fields of the planets and create what are called cosmic rays. The electrified space dust and hydrogen, now cosmic rays, can rain down on the Earth's atmosphere, causing transmutation in the upper elements of the atmosphere in the ionosphere region. It is possible to mimic this process with an artificial device, so that instead of, as in the natural process of neutrinos from the sun and interplanetary dust, you have a hydrogen gas-filled balloon with magnets attached to the outside of alternating polarity. Then the entire apparatus is wrapped in aluminum foil. It's then sunk into a basin of water. As the neutrinos pass through the high-density region of matter waves that is the water, they go into the low-density region of the hydrogen gas. They will interact and charge some of the hydrogen gas molecules, which create electrification on the aluminum surface. When they electrify the aluminum surface, the water also gets part of the electric charge. An external circuit can be combined with the copper and steel electrodes in the water bath to create power. The electrical circuit connected to these electrodes can be any standard electric load. The interesting thing about these neutrinos is that the neutrinos actually have most of the properties that Nikola Tesla described to primary solar waves in the early 1900s. The ability to change elements, create nuclear effects and radioactivity, as well as having an immensely high penetrating power from the sun.